Welcome back, he says, to my Doctor Who ranking videos. Your opinion's correct, my opinion's correct. If you got a problem with my opinion, guess what? I don't care, don't want to hear it. We're here to discuss what we love about the Doctor and what we love about the different portrayals. And my eighth favourite Doctor. Why it's hard to keep count, like getting the numbers corresponding with where they are in the ranking. My eighth favourite Doctor is the Sixth Doctor. Now, you might remember a couple of videos back in the Peter Davison episode, I said I'm not a huge fan of the 80s era of Doctor Who, and a lot of that is the garishness. The camp factor is ramped up in a way that I think takes away from any of the seriousness that the show does have. I mean, the show's always been silly. It's about a silly little man in a police public call box zipping around time and space. Like, it is daft, but in the 80s it sort of becomes a little too daft in places. That's not to say there aren't great stories. Revelation of the Daleks is dark, and it's also incidentally one of my favourite Sixth Doctor stories. Vengeance on Varos is pretty damn great as well. And I like most of Trial of a Time Lord, actually. Sagacity. So yeah, Sixth Doctor, Colin Baker. Colin tends to get a bad rap because people just lump him in to this whole thing of Doctor Who not being as good as it was, blah blah blah, in the 80s compared to the 70s and 60s, and they take one look at that outfit and they go, yeah, it was all his fault. He didn't choose to wear this. I actually quite like the Sixth Doctor's outfit. Yes, it is a bit too much, and yes, it would have been nice if on screen we'd have had a subtler variation, like the Blue Real-Time outfit, for example, you saw in the Little Ident just before this. It's a shame that we didn't get to have some of that, because then that would help quash some of the instant criticisms this Doctor gets from people who've never even seen a goddamn Colin Baker story ever. They just instantly criticise him because they go, look at him, he looks stupid. Most of the product stuff, actually, most of the product descriptions, like anything came out after 2005 for ages, like the annuals, collectibles, always listed the Sixth Doctor as like having a fiery personality and a ridiculous dress sense. It's like, you're only half describing him there. Only half talking about, none of the rest of them picked on their costume. What the hell? The Sixth Doctor stands up to wrongs. He stands up to evil. He stands up to bullshit. He's the first Doctor, I think maybe aside from the third, but the first Doctor who's like, excuse me, what do you think you're doing? He will challenge evil head on. And he will do it with such a bombastic ferocity that evil can't help but, no matter what form it's in, can't help but go, oh, alright. It's a nice contrast to obviously having Peter Davison before him, because obviously Peter was an adventurer and you know, dashing and all this. Like, if Peter is like Jim the cabin boy, Colin is Long John Silver. Like, he's just full of heart and pompousness, but at the same time he's not a bad man. Granted, they did this weird thing where they tried to make his Doctor unlikable, and then more likeable as the story went by. Doesn't really work, but you can tell he's a good person. Psychotic episode in his initial story aside. Bet you don't even know what a peri-peri is, do you, Perry? That is weird. But as the tenure goes on, Colin and Nicola, as the Doctor and Perry, clearly have a blast, and it's a lot of fun to watch them. They're not quite as infectious as the Seventh Doctor and Ace, but there is something there that makes them very entertaining to see on screen together. And it is a shame that she gets taken away from him as she does during Trial of a Time Lord. Spoiler alert for a 30-odd-year-old story. 30, 40? I don't know. I can't keep track. For those of you who never watched a Sixth Doctor story and have immediately dismissed him, stop it. Go and check one out. As I said, I recommend Vengeance on Varos, Revelation of the Daleks. And if you fancy something a bit stupid, but you want to see him having fun, Attack of the Cybermen. It's not great, but I have a soft spot for that story. Whatever you do, just don't start with the Twin Dilemma. Unless you're having a big chronological watch through of everything, don't make the first Sixth Doctor story you see the Twin Dilemma, because that was the mistake the BBC made when they put it out at the end of Peter Davison's last season. Why? So the Sixth Doctor is my 8th place in my list of favourite Doctors. Where does he rank for you? Surprise me. Don't be clickbait polls. Don't be whatculture.com. Show me the people out there who don't put him at the bottom, because he doesn't deserve it. I will see you tomorrow for yet another Doctor video. Who's gonna be next? Who indeed? Doctor Who. That's who.